Falcons family, what is up? It is Monday, Falcons Daily, presented by Fan Arch. I am your guy, CG, Craig Green, and we are back again. Hope everybody had a fantastic weekend. Today, we are getting ourselves ready for another preseason game with the Tennessee Titans. This game is going to be Friday night, 7 o'clock at the Benz in downtown Atlanta. But before we get to the game, there's going to be more open practices. The Falcons had one this morning. They're going to have another one tomorrow. And there will be joint practices with the Tennessee Titans coming up here this week. And the Falcons, in leading up to this game and this week of preparation, made some roster moves. They added a center and a safety. The Falcons added to their roster Ronnie Harrison, who played safety for the Colts, also played for the Jags, played for the Cleveland Browns. He's had some experience. He's going on to his 8th year in the league. He's been in NFL. He's been in the NFL since 2018. So he's had 7 interceptions in his career through 7 years. So 1 a season. Even as a corner, he's had, or as a safety, he's had 6.5 sacks. So, with the safety room being what it is, feels like Harrison is going to be a little bit more of a camp body or someone who is going to compete on special teams for a roster spot. Maybe even someone who could end up on the practice squad. Not sure. But he played 10 games for the Colts last year, forced a fumble, only made 2 tackles. He's got 2 pick sixes in his career. Out of his 7 interceptions. So, again, the other part of it for Ronnie Harrison is that he was in Indianapolis when Nate Ollie was there as well, the defensive line coach for the Falcons. So, even though they were in 2 different position groups, they both were on the defense and they were in the building together. So, there's a little bit of familiarity there. And then you've also got a roster move that the Falcons made on the interior offensive line. They signed Jake Hansen, who played last for the New York Jets, and he is a true center who played for them. He appeared in 12 games last year, started 2 of them last season. Also a guy who does special teams as well. So do these moves make the Falcons any stronger? Yes, I think so, particularly at center, because now you have a true backup at center. As opposed to having Javon Gwynn, who was converted from guard to center to back up Ryan Newsel. I guess the Falcons didn't find what they liked in free agency and in the draft before agreeing to terms with Hansen. So I like it because it gives a second true center on the roster. It strengthens that position. Ronnie Harrison, I think, just because of the fact he's an 8-year veteran, and has made plays on defense and in special teams, or at least on defense. I think he's going to be a good addition as well. But I think he's, again, more of a guy that we're looking at possibly to fill roster spots and also to help strengthen our special teams. I mean, because the safety room is a little packed right now. You got Jesse Bates, who's the unquestioned, starter at free safety. Then really it's strong safety. You got, again, Jordan Fuller, Xavier Watts, and also Bam Bam Helms, who is competing. So really, where would that leave Ronnie Harrison? You know what I'm saying? In terms of starting or getting snaps. I mean, he does strengthen the position if you do put him, at free safety behind Jesse Bates, okay. But I think, again, he's going to be somebody we rely more on in terms of special teams, like maybe punt and kick coverage to go out there, maybe strip the ball from someone. But, I think it does strengthen the Falcons at 2 positions. One of them of absolute need at center. The other one, we kind of have feels like we have we're spoiled at safety right now, especially with what the guys we have in the building as is. Now, on Friday, again, we talked about, we were talking about not last Friday, but this Friday coming up again, Falcons Titans in Atlanta. Could we see Cam Ward against Michael Penix on Friday? Again, Raheem wasn't completely committal to keeping Kirk Cousins and Michael Penix off the field in the preseason. He has not had a press conference as of right now. It's still around, it's still morning time here on Monday, and no press conference has been released for Raheem, not on YouTube or the Falcons social media. So they have not had a chance to ask him, will Penix or Cousins play, but it's a possibility. Cam Ward did play a little bit for the Titans in their first preseason game, so let's see if Michael Penix gets out there and shakes off a little bit of rust, at least maybe for one or two series, or perhaps the first quarter. That would be a good sign, but that's something I'm sure that you'll have to keep an eye on as this week progresses, as the Falcons get closer and closer to breaking camp and starting to prepare week after week as if it's a real NFL game week. So I would love to see Mike Penix out there and get some snaps. Go out there and again, hand the ball off, maybe a little, some screen passes or something. It doesn't have to be a 7-step drop where you put yourself at risk of taking a hard hit from a defender. But just, go out there, shake off the rust, throw a few passes. Again, wouldn't hurt much. So, I don't know. Wishful thinking. We'll see if that goes down. Next topic for today, and last topic, really. Next topic will be our wide receivers. Looking at what they did on Friday night, the combination of Dylan Drummond, Chris Blair, and also Nick Nash. Could any of these guys possibly make the roster? The 53-man roster, not the practice squad, but get on the roster. You got to remember, Darnell Mooney still nursing an injury. DJ Shark is on the roster too. We picked him up. He did not see any action on Friday night, but Dylan Drummond did. He had 8 catches for 63 yards. Felt like a lot of dinking and dunking. He had, he averaged about 8 yards a catch. But he caught, every target that came his way. So a good start for Dylan Drummond. Chris Blair, of course, had the really nice touchdown in the corner of the end zone. Nick Nash had right around 12 yards a catch, was 3 for 3 on receptions. Remember, of the 3, Chris Blair is, has already been in Atlanta for a while. Dylan Drummond was in and out of the building. And then also Nick Nash is brand new, but Nash comes in with the I won't call it decoration, but you remember he led the nation last year at San Jose State in catches, yards, and touchdowns. So he's a guy who can find the football. Absolutely, 6'3", another big target for the Falcons quarterbacks. So in order for these guys to make the roster, though, I mean, you got to look at who's above them. Guys who are pretty much, I'll say, the guys who are, for the most part, kind of untouchable. You've got, obviously Drake London, Darnell Mooney, Ray McLeod, Kadero Hodge. There's your 4. Maybe DJ Shark 5, you can say right there, if he can, get up to speed quickly. So then you've already got 5 receivers right there. So then you're really looking at maybe 1 or 2 spots that Dylan Drummond, Chris Blair, Nick Nash, and David Sills are battling for. So of those guys, you got to give. I mean, Dylan Drummond's off to a really good start because he had such an efficient game on Friday when it came to his catches. Blair again, I think he's got the leg up as well. I mean, he was the most explosive of the Falcons, 18 yards a reception the other night, and so I'm gonna love to see this battle down the stretch, and the Falcons are gonna eventually end up cutting somebody who's gonna be a good player either here or somewhere else. All right, y'all, let's call it good for today, and I want to see everybody rising up, sounding off in the comments. I want to feel it. We're getting closer and closer to week 1. I mean, we are literally less than a month away from the Falcons taking the field against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Week 1 in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. So, how excited are you for it? Does the preseason drag too long? Does it make you, more anxious for week 1? How are you feeling? Tell me about it. Let's chop it up and then put it in the comments. All right. Follow me on social media, Craig G Sports, CRAIG, the letter G in the word sports. Give FanArchCo a follow as well if you don't mind. They're up there in the top left corner, FANARCHCO. And that would be really, really appreciative of. I would really, really appreciate that. That's what I meant to say. All right, y'all. We will see you tomorrow on Taco Tuesday or whatever we want to call it. I don't know, AJ Terrell Tuesday is today, Michael Penix Monday. We could come up with names like that for the days if you want to. But either way, we'll be back in about 24 hours or less. Sayonara and buenos noches.